as ICE clamps down on illegal criminal migrants across the country. Border expert Tom Homan says more needs to be done.
How you doing? My home state, New York. Where's New York at? Give me a shout.
Targets are coming out of the house. ICE enforcement and removal operations officers have been watching his movements and patterns for days now. The suspect is an illegal migrant from Mexico, convicted in 2004 for alien smuggling and already removed from the U.S. in 2005, but he snuck back in. We're really looking at our public safety threats, our national security threats. They've had their due process. They've never shown up for deportation. Those are our primary targets right now.
I'm gonna start using the other cuff. I'm gonna start using the other cuff. I didn't know all that. I'm gonna start using the other cuff. I didn't know all that.
Has a lot of reinforcements. Troops patrolling the border fence.
I'm gonna start using the other cuff.
Some searching for drug. NBC News granted exclusive.
I'm gonna start using the other cuff.
Pause in Trump's tariff threat is set to expire. Critics access weeks before a 30-day.
I'm gonna start using the other cuff.
Say the troops will do little to help crack down on illegal immigration and the flow of fentanyl, and instead amount to a wasteful political stunt.
Border walls with electric saw.
In Juarez, Mexico tonight.
I'm gonna start using
From highways, trying to slip through highway checkpoints and busy border crossings.
A show of force. Guard and Army.
Looks like he's going to be making a right on Calaveras.
Recent footage shows the Trump administration cracking down as ICE raids lead to the arrest of dangerous illegal immigrants with criminal records, including a suspected gang member wanted for murder in Mexico, who they say has illegally entered the U.S. 10 times. This is the guy we're talking about, Humberto Avala. ICE says it's been tracking his back-and-forth movements across the border for more than 2 decades.
No, dígame la verdad.
Offender. He's currently on the sex offender registry in New York. that right there.
I got you. Let me get these. So push this door. You want to see if anybody's over there?
What is your take on Border Patrol stopping wearing these body cameras in the field? And we hear the rationale is to avoid detection here. Is this the right move? And without body cameras, what else can ICE do to ensure transparency and accountability to the public? Well, it is the right move because it's going to keep Border Patrol agents and an ICE agent safe. Right now, there is a flaw in that system, and it can detect within 100 meters if an ICE agent or Border Patrol agent is in the area. So I think it's very important that they're not wearing these cameras at the time. To maintain transparency, ICE just needs to be forward-thinking. Whenever they make an arrest, they need to talk to the media and make sure the media is aware, especially with big operations. But these guys cannot be wearing these cameras right now where there's this flaw.
Individuals actually have been detained as part of yesterday's operation.
He's also bringing back a policy.
They fluctuate depending on the time of the year, so
He started in his first term that President Biden ended in 2022.
We will.
Border.
And I will send troops to.
Seen an increase in migrants at the U.S.-Mexico border.
Here in summer, generally more crossings can be seen. Now there's winter.
That policy requires people seeking asylum.
People who are seeking asylum should not be placed in conditions where their livelihood is in danger.
Before they left.
Use the Biden-era CBP One app.
Patrol the fence line, and
That's where migrants can schedule appointments online. From January 2023 through last month, nearly 1 million migrants.
Next on the list is an illegal migrant from El Salvador, wanted for a child sexual assault conviction there. We're conducting an investigation. According to ICE, the 28-year-old was already deported twice and slipped back into the U.S. illegally sometime after 2012. We're trying to keep the community safe. That's the immigrant community. That's the U.S. citizen community. It's everybody in Houston. Unlike sanctuary cities, ERO officers say they feel supported. And it's an all-hands-on-deck approach, collaborating with the FBI HSICBP and a TFL with a common goal to see these criminals taken out of the community so they can't reoffend. You can't measure what crimes did you prevent by taking these folks out of the community, and that's what to me is very rewarding. I'm trying to remind my folks of all the time. New numbers from the DHS reveal that since inauguration, they have made more than 11,700 arrests. That is a 137% increase from this time last year. Those numbers all across the country.
Waited. They've had eyes on Padilla for multiple days and knew he'd become
The enforcement and removal operations.
And you're illegal. You cannot have them.
Set up and see the other stairwell just in case he comes down the opposite.
And eventually he did just that.
We have a very unique role in the federal law enforcement community. We are the only entity that
and that's when they found the firearms. So
This is one of the 4 Houston ICE field offices.
we're targeting individuals that are circumventing our immigration laws. That
everything went smooth, but it could have.
You guys got the subject in custody?
we're targeting individuals who are national security. We're targeting individuals who are just, in general,
gone really bad.
Again, we're out there every day in the field.
if we're going.
Because you didn't give me a very definitive answer last time. Are you taking any medication?
15,000 block of Westheimer to talk about their target.
Into a cooperative jurisdiction, I can send 2 officers max to pick someone up, put them in the vehicle, transport them here.
You check it out.
Are you taking any medication?
Honduran national He has a final order of removal from an immigration judge. So far, as of today, he has 2 removals.
We believe in safety in numbers. We want to know that our officers are going to have backup if it's needed. The community are the victims of these individuals coming in. And
he's got 6 weeks.
We followed Team Alpha to their target and
I feel very comfortable saying that enforcement and removal operations have things in place.
You want to hold him right here? Yeah.
a peaceful arrest.
Left hand ready.
While this was happening,
Demonstration is being monitored by the LAPD from the air and on the ground, where
a suspected member of the Venezuelan gang was arrested here in Raleigh after being on the run for about 3 years. Ricardo Gradupatia was arrested for federal charges for illegally entering the U.S. in 2022. Authorities also named him as a suspect in a mass shooting in Chicago. Destiny Patterson is live outside the Wake County Detention Center right now where he's being held. What have you been able to find out about Gradupatia? Gradu is still being held here at the Wake County Detention Center. His name is still listed on the Wake County Sheriff's inmate search page. According to ICE agents, Gradu illegally entered the U.S. near El Paso in 2022. He was detained at the border, then released due to time and custody restraints at the holding facility in McAllen, Texas. He then missed an immigration hearing in September of last year. When ICE agents found him this weekend, they found a handgun, ammo, and 10 other people from Venezuela who were here illegally. They say Granado is a suspected member of the Trin Aragua gang. Authorities also believe he was involved in a mass shooting in Chicago, so now we're going through reports in Chicago to see if we can pin down which shooting they believe that he's involved in. We're also working to learn more about his arrest here in North Carolina.
First time Los Angeles. And what they say is unjust targeting of immigrant communities.
The ICE protesters are marching on downtown LA tonight.
About the status of ICE raids in major cities like Chicago.
Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. See you in the next one.
Describes as large-scale raids.
We're seeing
which will focus on those without legal status in the U.S. and those people with pending would be.
The right to an attorney! Don't sign anything!
New reporting from the LA Times.